And welcome to day 2 of our start with Stranded Deep. So where we are is we spawned in on that island over there. And we spent overnight traveling to this island and set up all of our stations here. So we have food, drink, and we also have a shelter where we can save the game. And we ran around the island just picking up all the basics. And we're ready to go shark hunting. But the reason we came over here is to pick up more lashings, but also give the fibrous leaves time to respawn over on our home island over there. So that when we get back, we'll have plenty of time to do what we want to do, which was, if we go to stations, we wanted enough lashings and also leather that we could make this tanning rack and then make enough leather to upgrade our spears. So we're good. If we look at stats, we're 2 short on food. We're 1 down on water, which we can deal with immediately. That's full. And we're ready to go shark hunting. Now, one thing, I did find more PP plants on here, but that's not guaranteed. So one thing I should have done in the first episode was bring the PP plant from the home island over there. So you can do that just by going into raft storage here, and I could have taken this food out here and replaced it with a PP plant. That would have been a safer option, just in case we did not find a PP plant here and just in case we got infected over here. So it sounded like this had done. So we were 2 down on hunger, weren't we? Alright, stats are looking pretty good. So there's 1 more drink and we're full. Okay, time is 8:36, which is a good time to get going because I'm going to drop the knife here because we're not going to need it. What we may need is the crude axe and also the 12 spears. And let's go get a shark. It's good timing because the water doesn't really clear up till about 8 o'clock. So actually, the first thing I'm going to do is just saw this box over here, which is very useful. Because when we go back to our home island, we're going to be wanting to take a bunch of stuff. And we can put that in our inventory, as you can see. And it has 5 inventory slots in it, which means that when we go back, it will increase. It has a few things inside it already, some of which we need and some we don't. Okay, so sharks. So this looks like a pretty good selection, especially this one here, and we got another box as well, because this one, even if it's a bit deeper in the water, you can tend to climb up on this thing and a shark will show up and then you can just start peppering it with spears. Now at hunting level 2, if we just look at F and left mouse click, we are still hunting level 2. I think that is 10. Yeah, 10 basic spears. So we could either hunt from here when a shark comes by. We're going to have to wait. One will show up eventually. Actually, while we're waiting, we can just do this. Let's just see what that's got. Another piece of cloth. Nothing else. Because the sharks can't get us up here. Another option would be to go on the deck of that ship up there, which we could also do. Or we could go climb up on that one there. That one looks a bit too high over there, that we wouldn't be able to get on top, but you can hunt from inside the boat there. So a pretty good selection here. But all we can really do is just wait for the shark to show up now. Actually, I'm going to go up on the deck of this ship here. So we'll pick up another crate on the way and a few other things. More there. Alright, this is also a pretty good place to hunt from. And we got a bunch of boxes here as well. Actually, let's just have a look at what's inside them. Try that again. Give it a drop. So we've got cloth, engine parts. All of this we would be using to build an engine later on. Lashing, which is nice. A piece of leather, which we can use to make an advanced spear straight away. Plank scrap is good for making plank storage. storage racks for the boxes. Crude fishing spears, so we don't need to make one in case we needed one. Hammer you need for building, and another piece of leather as well, and another lashing. Yeah, quite a nice selection. So I think worth coming over just for that. And once we get back to the home island, well, not the home island, but the starter island, then we will be in a position that... oh, there's a shark over there, I think. Well, hopefully we don't get hit by a storm, because that really kills our visibility. Yeah, storm's coming in. You tend not to get storms on day one, and we travelled over at night as well. And from our home island over there. And you tend not to get storms on the first day or at night. It's generally a good idea to travel at night. But yeah, it looks like storm's coming in, so let's just pick these up and do something else in the meantime. So these barrels will be useful. We have to carry one at a time though. You can use a lashing and make... we would need to equip the hammer to do that. But the trouble is when you break it up, then you lose one because it takes you 3 barrels to make a raft base. 3 barrels plus a lashing, but you have to have a hammer in your hand. But when if you take it all 3 over in one go and then you break it up, you lose 1 barrel. Didn't used to be that way, but it is currently. So I guess if the weather is lousy like this, we can just take the barrels over. And what we'll do is later in the game, come back and then we'll pick them up later. Because once we have a raft, then we'll be able to create the raft base. Oh, that thing there, that snake, that poisons you. It's one of the things that poisons you. You got lionfish as well. Still haven't seen a shark show up. Now, if a shark does show up and we get bitten, it's liable to cause bleeding. And if you noticed, we did have a bandage in the raft storage. So that could be useful. I mean, we would normally be okay doing this. You'd be unlucky to get bitten. The shark might show up, but they usually give you a little bit of leeway to get safe before they aggro. I think I heard a shark. You can often hear them before you see them. But also if it's a storm, it's usually easier to hunt from underwater. Because you got better visibility underwater than on top. So that's the 3 barrels. We can use that when we come back with a raft and then add it to the raft later. It's difficult to describe it now, but we can do that. There's a shark there. Okay. And the battle music tells us he's here. So that's going to be 10 spears. So we've got 2 to miss with. Probably a better idea to come with more than 12. Oh, there he is. So that's 1. You get a slight sound when you get a hit. Slight drop on the spears as well. So that's 2. 3. That looked glitchy for a second. 4. 5. 6. Missed. 7. 8. 9. I think it's 1 more. Unless that last one missed. I didn't hear the connecting sound. And this can happen where the shark goes away. If he does come back, he's going to bring our spears with him. That's not an issue. Alright, I think it's one more if he comes back. But in the meantime, let's just do this. Oops, sorry, doorbell there. So we've already been here. Oh. And we got bit. So what did that do to us? Oh, it only took 1 health bar. Okay. Yep, there's the risk of faffing around with a shark around. But we didn't get the bleeding. And as mentioned, if we did get bleeding, then we've got this guy in here, the bandage. Alright, so just to confirm, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands free, turn them over. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that will go down to 9 as soon as our hunting is up to level 3, which it either is now or it's very close to. So there's usually 1 shark per wreck, and typically 2 or 3 per island, which suggests there should be another shark around. This is quite a good place to hunt from as well, because they can't get you in here, and you can breathe. And you've also got visibility underwater as well. Should be another box down here, actually. But this is where it's get 2 boxes. Ooh, no room. Okay, we should have dropped those off before, so let's do that. And this is clay, which is going to be useful later if we want to make things out of brick. So we will come back to this island at some point. So for example, we may want to build or develop our raft a little bit more. It's crouched there for some unknown reason. So we'll be able to take all of these things back. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. Just looking at what we've got. Some of this is going to stack, so we could reorder it if we wanted it to, but so we've got 10. It's probably not enough because we're liable to miss a couple. Alright, back to 12 spears. Let's just check our stats. So 2 down on water, 1 down on food. This is going to give 3 food. The crab meat there. And that's got another 1 to deliver. Okay, so that'll be full when we get back. It's one of those things that you want to avoid. Yeah, it's very easy to get poisoned accidentally. For example, when we went in the bottom of this ship, if there was one of those black and white snakes, it's easy to bump into those. Can't always see them. So we pretty much got this thing here. Yeah, there's this box we couldn't pick up. Let's go hands free. Oh, there's something we would actually like to get, and that is these buoy balls here, because you can make another raft base out of the 5 of them. We're kind of taking a risk that we're not going to get snuck up on by another shark here. You usually get the battle music. Not always. That's 5. Yeah, we got them all. Engine parts, gasoline. Hang on a minute. What time do we have? 4:29. Yeah, the water starts to get murky about now. So I think we're pretty much done. So it was only 1 shark. What we could do, we've got a choice now. we've got a lot of boxes and things where we can take things back. Because this is the end of day 2 now. And if we get back, then we're going to have quite a few things that we picked up, mainly the leather. There's 2 pieces of raw leather there that we picked up. I think what we'll do is just a quick check around the island, just drop a few things first. What was in this box first? I could start tidying all this up. For example, that leather will stack there. Buoy balls will stack there. There's a gasoline can in there already, which will stack. Electrical parts. There's one in there already. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just have a quick check around and make sure there's nothing that we want to take with us. So there is this fruit here. I'm going to leave that. It's something we could pick up and plant later in the game. I guess we'll take these sticks. Sticks are always useful because we can make our initial raft using stick bases, which we'll probably do actually, depending on what materials we find from the wrecks around our home island. Well, I keep calling it our home island. We're not going to end up basing there. We're just going to end up spending a few days there before building a raft and then leaving. And then what we'll end up doing is making a base on one of the larger islands because you get more resources there, specifically the fibrous leaves. Because you have a large ongoing need for fibrous leaves. And the smaller islands, they respawn every 2 days, but you get a lot more on the larger islands. So the respawn yields far more. And we will come back here as well for the rock at some point. We missed that one. I think we got everything. We got the yucca. I'm not taking any of these plants. We'll pick them up on the way back. Well, when we get back here, if we really need them. So I think all we need to do is just skin the shark with the leather. So let's do that. We've got the knife on us. Sticks. So I'm just going to tidy up in these boxes with all the stackable items back in a moment. Alright, we're back. So we kind of sorted everything out into stackable piles. Not exactly, but this is what we're taking with us. So quite a bit of stuff. So the last thing that we need to do is we need to skin this shark. Now it's going to give us 3 pieces of raw leather, which looks like that. And then there are large pieces of shark meat. It will give us 3 pieces of large meat, which we don't particularly want. So what we're going to do is we will be back here at some point, and we're just going to leave it like that because the meat won't go bad. Then as far as I think, we don't have room for all of the spears. Let's see how we do here. I think I'm going to leave these behind. It's just 2 fibrous leaves. Allows us to take that. Actually, that's just got engine parts in there. We won't be making an engine for quite some time, so I'm anticipating that we can probably go there. So just checking our stats, we're a little bit light on water. But if we're not going to take these, we may as well just put them in there. That way we'll be full on water when we come back at some point, and we may as well pick that up. Which sees us full on stats. Oops. Meant to go hands-free there. So now we can go back to our home island, and we've got enough. We've met our objective in that we now have enough materials that if we go to stations here, we will be able to make where was it? the loom, not the loom, one down here, the tanning rack. So we'll be able to convert that 3 leather. We picked up 2 anyway, but we'll be able to convert that other 3 that we picked up from the shark. So that'll give us 5, which is going to be 5 upgraded spears, and that'll kill a shark, as long as we don't lose any, that is. So let's head home to the home island. We could stay around and get more sharks, but there are going to be some sharks on our home island anyway. So let's just go back and do that now that we've got lots more resources to play with. So direction was over there, and I'm going to call the episode here, and I'll see you for the start of day 3 back on our home island over there, when we'll start on the sharks. Keep calling it our home island, but we'll start on the sharks over there, on the initial spawn island, I kept meaning to say. Okay, well, thanks for watching this one, and I hope to see you next time, and as I get around this little thing here, and I'll see you for the start of day 3.